Hello everyone, my name is Aastha. I welcome you all to our classes for International English Olympiad for class 10th. This is our 19th class wherein we will be doing in detail the concept of reading comprehension. Now this topic we will be going about by first discussing a few guidelines and tips, and then we will move on to the questions. So as in when we do the questions, I will be explaining to you how you can solve the poems and the passages, whatever type of questions are asked. So it's going to be pretty easy. Let's get started.
Okay, so let's see what our topic is for today. आज हम कौन सा ऐसा टॉपिक करेंगे जिसको करने के बाद you will be completely confident in handling that topic. And let's see. Okay, so today we are doing a very interesting and a very easy topic, which is reading comprehension. Now, reading comprehension, why do I call it interesting? I call it interesting because you see, reading comprehension always has some kind of new learning and a new story, new poem, new passage for you, and that's what makes it interesting as well. Similarly, it can also be called as easy. Why? Because the answers for whatever the questions are, they are right in front of your eyes, right? Now, जो भी questions के answers होंगे, they lie in the passage itself. So you don't have to, remember anything or memorize anything or analyze, and you just have to read the passage very carefully, understand it, and you will be able to easily answer the questions that follow. Alright, let's start. So what is the pattern that we are going to follow today is, first we will be doing the introduction, in which I will be telling you about what the reading comprehension actually is, what comprehension really means, and what does it comprise of, and various other things about the reading comprehension itself. And then this will be followed by a strategy to solve the reading comprehension, which means this strategy part will include various tips and various procedures you can follow, various methods you can follow to solve the reading comprehension. Then this will then be followed by the quiz, and this quiz, as we know, it will comprise of the mock questions which are based on the pattern of IEO. You will be given 1 minute timer, and जो quiz का pattern होगा I will discuss later when we start the quiz. Alright? So first of all, let's start with understanding what exactly is comprehension. Now, comprehension means the ability to understand what you listen or what you read. It is an exercise which aims at improving or testing one's ability to understand a language. Now, comprehension is nothing but your simple ability to understand what you have listened to or what you have read. Now, जो भी आप सुन रहे हैं या फिर पढ़ रहे हैं, in this case we will be doing a reading comprehension. तो आप जो भी पढ़ रहे हैं उसको आपको जितना आपको समझ आया है, जितना आपको comprehend हुआ है, that is basically comprehension. And this exercise, ये जो comprehension की exercise है, how does it help? It aims at improving or testing one's ability to understand a language. Now, जो भी आप read कर रहे हैं, English, that is in English language. So this will help in testing first of all and also improving. because as I have told you time and again that you should involve English in your life. मतलब आपको इंग्लिश अगर आप बोलना शुरू कर देंगे, पढ़ना शुरू कर देंगे, लिखना शुरू कर देंगे, then these grammar topics जो हम लोग पढ़ रहे हैं, जो हम लोग कर रहे हैं, they will come so naturally to you, and you won't really have to memorize the rules or anything. You will just have to understand. You will just have to read and write and speak and listen to, and everything will come to you very naturally. Alright, so जो comprehension की जो exercise है, this is just your ability to understand what you have, what you listen or what you read, and this will overall help in overall improvement and testing of your understanding of the English language. Alright? Now we have understood what comprehension is, and now we will move on towards कि जो facets होते हैं अलग अलग comprehension में वो क्या क्या होंगे. First of all, now you will be given, just a minute, yes. So first of all, you will be given either any passage or any paragraph or a poem. Right, you will be given any of these, either a passage or one paragraph or a poem. Poem is the poetry, paragraph makes single paragraph, a passage which involving a number of paragraphs, right? And then these paragraphs, second point, these paragraphs, they show the idea or mood concerning various issues and the solutions that the author provides. ये जो paragraphs होंगे इसमें एक central idea होगा, एक central mood होगा, जिसमें अलग अलग तरीके के जो issues हैं, उनके जो solutions हैं, they will be provided by the author. Alright. ये जैसे जैसे हम comprehension करेंगे वैसे वैसे आपको समझ आएगा when we will be doing the examples. And third thing, your main task will be to answer the questions asked from the passage, which means what you will have to do is कि जो आपने पैराग्राफ या पैसेज या पोम पढ़ा है उसका जो आपने सेकंड पॉइंट के हिसाब से जो आपने आइडिया, मूड, इश्यूज, सॉल्यूशंस जो भी आपने पढ़े हैं उसमें से आपने जो भी अंडरस्टैंड किया है उसको आप अप्लाई कहाँ करेंगे? अप्लाई करेंगे जो क्वेश्चंस होंगे. Your main task will be to answer the questions asked from the passage. Alright? So this will be your overall approach, your overall strategy for solving the comprehension. Okay. Now here we are talking about the requisite skills. Requisite skills का मतलब होता है जो basic skills हमें चाहिए for understanding, for understanding and for doing the reading comprehension. First is the logical ability. Logical ability कैसे कि जो भी situation हो रही है, जो भी sentences, जो भी आपको paragraph दिया है, जो भी आइडिया, थीम बताया है या कोई इशू बताया है उसको लॉजिक के हिसाब से आपको उसकी क्रोनोलॉजी समझना एंड उसका इंटरप्रिटेशन जो है वो लॉजिकली करना. सिमिलरली सेकंड इज द एबिलिटी टू इन्फर. द एबिलिटी टू इन्फर मतलब एक इन्फरेंस ड्रॉ करना. जैसे अगर आप तो जो भी सिचुएशन दी है, जो भी स्टोरी दी है या पोम दी है उसमें से आप कोई कंक्लूजन क्या ड्रॉ कर सकते हैं. Alright. Similarly, third will be the analytical ability. Now, analytical ability होती है बेसिकली किसी भी इशू की, किसी भी सिनेरियो की हम उसका जो भी उसमें पॉजिटिव था या जो भी उसमें नेगेटिव था एक उसकी क्रिटिकल एनालिसिस करना, तो वी नीड द एनालिटिकल एबिलिटी, राइट. देन वी हैव रीजनिंग एबिलिटी. रीजनिंग, लॉजिक एंड रीजनिंग, these abilities, these skills, they go hand in hand. कि आप लॉजिक लगा पाओगे तभी आप उसकी रीजंस अंडरस्टैंड कर पाएंगे और उसके रीजंस इन्फर कर पाएंगे. ऑलराइट. देन another one is the ability to understand the main motive or the idea of the author. कि जो comprehension है, जो passage, पैराग्राफ या पोम है, उसमें मेन आइडिया, मेन मोटिव क्या है ऑथर का. ऑलराइट. Similarly, we have reading speed. Now, suppose if you are given a 10-line paragraph and if you take 10 minutes only to read that paragraph, then your reading speed is very slow, which means कि आप questions time पे ख़त्म नहीं कर पाएंगे. Alright, so ये comprehension जो होता है ये आपकी reading speed भी test करता है. Similarly, vocabulary part. vocabulary में हमने शुरू में क्या किया था, हमने 3 चीजें समझी थी. synonyms, antonyms and homophones. प्लस क्या क्या आएगा इसमें vocabulary में, और इसमें और भी आएंगी चीजें which will be spellings. ठीक है, spellings, and then this will also include our one word substitution. Right, now vocabulary में बहुत सारी चीजें आती हैं. हमने पढ़ा spellings आ गए, one word substitution आ गया, homophones आ गया, synonyms आ गया, antonyms आ गया. So you see, now vocabulary is not just कि आपको word meanings पता हो, but vocabulary में हम ये भी कह सकते हैं कि हमने हमारे लिए proverbs and idioms are also some sort of vocabulary only. क्योंकि ये आपकी जो इंग्लिश के वेरियस वर्ड्स हैं, वेरियस फ्रेजेस हैं, उसी की जो आपकी नॉलेज होती है, जो आपकी अंडरस्टैंडिंग होती है, उसी को हम सिंपली वोकैबुलरी कहते हैं. तो बहुत सारे एस्पेक्ट्स आपके टेस्ट होते हैं रीडिंग कॉम्प्रिहेंशन में ही. ऑलराइट, सो these were the overall skills which are required and the skills जो हमारी टेस्ट भी होंगी किस चीज में, रीडिंग कॉम्प्रिहेंशन में. Alright, so now let's move on. Alright, so here I have given you a few tips. Now, a few tips to understand and to go about the reading comprehension. Now, first important thing is to read the passage as fast as possible. Now, why am I saying that we should read the passage as fast as possible? It is because now it's such a long passage that will be given. बाकी questions में क्या होता है? Suppose synonyms निकालना है, आपको synonym दिया and the word is happy. You quickly read the 4 options. You decide which is the synonym of happy and you answer that. But in the passage में क्या होता है? जब तक आप पूरा passage नहीं पढ़ेंगे तो आप उसका एक भी question answer नहीं कर पाएंगे. You have to read the complete passage for answering the questions. So it is very important to read the passage as fast as possible. और एक passage का एक question तो नहीं होता. एक passage में there will be I think 3 to 4 questions at least. And so एक passage के हिसाब से you will be solving 4 to 5 questions. So you have to be very careful and you have to read the passage as fast as possible so that आप उसे जल्दी से पढ़ें, जल्दी से समझें और questions कर पाएं solve. And the second thing is get involved with the paragraph to understand it. Get involved with the paragraph. अब यहाँ get involved with the paragraph में क्यों बोल रही हूँ, इसका मतलब क्या होता है? Get involved with the paragraph means कि जो भी हम थीम पढ़ रहे हैं ना, जो भी हम क्या कहते हैं, जो भी पैसेज का सेंट्रल आइडिया है, सेंट्रल मूड है या फिर जो भी इशू है, तो हम उसके साथ इन्वॉल्व हो जाओ, मतलब यू नो ट्राई स्टार्ट टू इमेजिन कि आपके साथ ही वो पैराग्राफ हो रहा है या फिर जो भी स्टोरी है, यू आर इन दैट पैराग्राफ। क्योंकि उससे आप ये जब इन्वॉल्व हो जाओगे तो आप उसमें अपनी लॉजिक भी लगाने लग जाओगे, आप उसमें अपना रीजनिंग भी लगाने लग जाओगे। ऑलराइट, उसको एनालाइज भी करना शुरू कर दोगे कि ये पॉजिटिव है, ये नेगेटिव है। तो इसीलिए कहते हैं गेट इन्वॉल्व विद द पैराग्राफ। जैसे मैं आपसे कहती हूँ कि यू शुड इन्वॉल्व इंग्लिश इन योर लाइफ, उस तरीके से गेटिंग इन्वॉल्व विद द पैराग्राफ। ऑलराइट, now the third thing is underline the important lines or parts of the passage to answer the questions. Underline the important parts or lines to answer the questions. It will also help to understand the main idea of the passage or the tone or the mood of the author. Now जो important parts हैं, जैसे किसी चीज़ का कोई benefit है, या फिर किसी चीज़ की कोई लिमिटेशन है, या फिर कोई टर्निंग पॉइंट है, जो भी आपको इम्पोर्टेंट लगे, यू शुड अंडरलाइन दैट। इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि आप पूरा पैसेज ही अंडरलाइन कर दो, जो भी आपको इम्पोर्टेंट लगे वो वर्ड अंडरलाइन कर दिया बस, या फिर कोई लाइन इम्पोर्टेंट लगी उसे अंडरलाइन कर दिया, उसको स्टार मार्क कर दिया, उस तरीके से। सो दिस व्हाट विल दिस डू, इट विल आल्सो हेल्प टू अंडरस्टैंड द मेन आइडिया, जो सेंट्रल थीम होगा ना पैसेज का, this will help you in understanding that, and the tone or the mood of the author as well. So ये जो आप underline करोगे कि उसमें the author is angry, or the author is sad, or they're happy, they're trying to tell you something, और tone मतलब जैसे किस सेंस में वो आपको कहना चाह रहे हैं, कि आपसे वो कोई अपील कर रहे हैं या कोई इंस्पायर करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं किसी चीज़ के लिए, या एनालाइज करने के लिए मोटिवेट कर रहे हैं। तो जो इम्पोर्टेंट वर्ड्स से आपको दिस विल हेल्प यू इन अंडरस्टैंडिंग दैट। ऑलराइट, सो दीज वर दी क्विक फ्यू ओवरऑल टिप्स, जिसमें आपको पैसेज जल्दी जल्दी पढ़ना है। जल्दी जल्दी का मतलब ये नहीं कि आप बिल्कुल समझो ही ना, as fast as possible का मतलब ये भी है कि आपको जो आपकी स्पीड जिसमें आपको समझ आए उतना as fast as possible। ये नहीं कि सबसे तेज पढ़ लिया पर आंसर गलत दे दिया, and that will be of no use, right? And second is getting involved with the paragraph to understand it. आप उसे फील करेंगे, आप इसे एक्सप्रेस करेंगे, इन्वॉल्व हो जाएंगे, तो आपको अच्छे से समझ आएगा, अच्छे से लॉजिक लगा पाएंगे आप। Then underline the important lines or parts of the passage to answer the questions, and it will also help to understand the main idea, the central idea, or the tone or the mood of the author. Alright, so these were the few quick overall tips. Now let's move on to the next slide. Alright, so now is the time for our quiz. We shall be starting with the quiz now, and in the quiz हम किस फॉर्मेट में लेंगे कि पहले हम एक रीडिंग कॉम्प्रिहेंशन की स्लाइड आएगी जिसमें हम रीडिंग कॉम्प्रिहेंशन पढ़ेंगे। मैं आपको समझाऊंगी कि रीडिंग कॉम्प्रिहेंशन में क्या है। उसके बाद फ्रॉम द नेक्स्ट स्लाइड ऑनवर्ड्स उसी रीडिंग कॉम्प्रिहेंशन के जितने भी क्वेश्चंस हैं वो पर क्वेश्चन यू विल गेट 1 मिनट, जैसे ही हमारे बाकी क्वेश्चंस में होता है। रीडिंग कॉम्प्रिहेंशन में एडिशनल बस ये है कि हर रीडिंग कॉम्प्रिहेंशन को आई विल फर्स्ट एक्सप्लेन इट टू यू कम्प्लीटली। उसमें अगर कोई नए वर्ड मीनिंग्स हो या कुछ अंडरस्टैंडिंग हो, उसकी एनालिसिस हो, तो वी विल डू दैट इन द फर्स्ट स्लाइड, एंड देन क्वेश्चंस के लिए दिस विल बी फॉलोड बाय द सिमिलर एक्सरसाइज जो पहले होती आई है। ऑलराइट, लेट्स स्टार्ट। Alright, so for the quiz what we will be doing is, now every question you will be given 1 minute. 1 minute means 60 seconds. Why am I giving you 1 minute? Because you see, your question paper of IEO. It has about 50 questions, and so you can imagine that you get more or less a minute to answer the questions. Now this 1 minute is the maximum that you should be taking for answering the question. Now suppose there could be two, three categories of students. First category is, suppose you answer the question within that 1 minute. So I would request you to fast forward the video and skip right to the answer. You should not be wasting your time. Alright. Now the other students who are not able to answer the question in 1 minute, what you do, you don't skip to the answer. You pause the video and you write down your answer. Alright, it is very important to answer each and every question because there is no negative marking. Here you see, for every incorrect answer, no points, because there is no negative marking in IEO. So it is important that you attempt all the questions. Now for a question of which you are not sure about the answer, now even here and even in the exam, if you are not sure about the answer and you maybe think that B option might be correct or C option might be correct, so you should in that case play your luck and play your mind and make a guess and still give an answer, because it is a win-win situation. Either you will get the marks for that question or you will get a 0, right? But if you don't attempt that question at all, then you are anyway getting a 0 in that, right? So it is good to attempt those questions, and even if you don't know all the answers, try to understand and take a guess. Okay, so this is for every correct answer 10 points. This is just for your own little game where you can try to maintain a notepad. So here you write the name of the chapter and then the question, and then if it is correct you can give yourself 10 points. If it is not correct, you mark it here. So it is important to see these questions, the ones which you mark incorrect. It is important to go back to them later and then see where you did the mistake. Alright, this is just for your reference. For every correct answer you can give yourself 10 points. Alright, now let's start. Alright, so now we start off with the passage. First we'll read the passage and then move on to its questions. Let's see, this one is about Julius Caesar. Julius Caesar, the great Roman emperor, was well known for making crucial decisions quickly. When he landed in Britain with his troops, he saw that the British were courageous and fearless fighters. Caesar realized that such brave soldiers would never surrender to his forces without a tough fight and might even defeat his troops. If they were defeated, they would have to retreat to their ships. Okay, so here we're talking about Julius Caesar, a great Roman emperor, and how he decided to, how he went to Britain and then had this, decided to have this fight, this war with the British. Let's see. Caesar thought that the presence of his fleet in the harbour would tempt his soldiers to give up the fight easily and withdraw to the safety of the ships. He decided to burn all his ships so that his troops could not withdraw from the British shores, no matter what happened, and would either have to fight and win or die fighting. So it's like a do or die situation that they would have. Okay, next. With the hope of returning to the ships gone, the Roman soldiers fought relentlessly and won the battle in spite of the fact that they were pitted against superior forces. So what happened? These soldiers, and they had no hope of returning to their ships. So what these Roman soldiers did, they fought relentlessly, which means didn't budge and didn't accept defeat. And in fact, they won the battle and spite of the fact that they were pitted against these superior forces. Okay. So this ability to take such prompt decisions was the key to Caesar's success, and he won many battles because he could take important decisions quickly. Great men like Caesar and Napoleon cultivated the power to decide instantly which course of action to pursue. By taking prompt decisions, they inspired confidence, courage, and trust in their soldiers. So here we have talked about Caesar, who was a great soldier and a great leader as well, because he had this ability of doing what? Taking prompt decisions. Also, so they inspired confidence, courage, and trust in these soldiers. Right? Okay, so now let's move on to its questions. So your time starts now. "45 seconds left. "30 seconds left. "15 seconds. 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Okay, here we have when Caesar landed in Britain, he realized that British would never surrender. British might defeat his army, both A and B, or none of these. Okay, so here when British landed in Britain with his troops, he saw that British were courageous and fearless fighters. He realized that these brave soldiers would never surrender without a tough fight and might even defeat his troops. So what did he say? Both A and B. The British would never surrender and might even defeat his army. The answer is C. So your time starts now. "45 seconds left. 30 seconds left. 15 seconds. 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Okay, here we have Caesar decided to burn all his ships because his ships were old. He wanted to capture the ships of the British. He did not want his troops to lose hope and withdraw from the British shores, or he did not want to return to Rome. So why did he decide to burn all the ships? Here. Where was it? Decided to burn all his ships so that his troops could not withdraw from the British shores no matter what happened, and would either have to fight and win or die fighting. So he did not want his troops to lose hope and withdraw from the British shores. C. So your time starts now. "45 seconds left. 30 seconds left. 15 seconds. 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Okay, here Roman soldiers fought relentlessly because they wanted to conquer Britain. They had no other option than fight or win, or they had the hope of returning to their ships. We know with the hope of returning to their ships gone. So they had no hope. The answer is C. Sorry, B. They had no other option than fight and win because the hope was gone. Alright, so the answer is B. So your time starts now. "45 seconds left. 30 seconds left. 15 seconds. 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Okay, which quality of the Roman emperor is displayed here? Making crucial decisions quickly, fearlessness, stubbornness, or stupidity? Of course, we figured it out. That is A. Making crucial decisions quickly. A. So your time starts now. "45 seconds left. 30 seconds left. 15 seconds. 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Okay, which word in the passage means to stop fighting and accept defeat? Which word in the passage? The options are surrender, retreat, withdraw, or all of these. Okay, now be careful. All these words, retreat, withdraw, surrender. All these words, they mean the same, which is to stop fighting, accept defeat. All of these could mean the same. So we could easily answer all of these. But here it says in the passage. So in the passage, the retreat has not been used. Withdraw has not been used. What has been used is surrender here. Surrender. That's why we mark surrender. Right? Alright, here we have, suppose an accident occurs as you are passing by. You see a person lying unconscious and helpless. What should you do? You could go past the injured person and look away, or you could stop and help him. It is our duty to help those who are in need of help. Imagine your plight if you had an accident and no one came to your aid. We must care about the lives of other people as much as we care about our own. It is also our duty to help those who are less fortunate than us. In his time, Raja Ram Mohan Roy sought to improve the plight of a lot of women in India. He set up schools and institutions to educate them. He worked hard
to raise them to a position of respect and importance in the joint family system. He urged them to develop their minds to acquire some skill. Raja Ram Mohan Roy had a social conscience. He realized that it was his duty to improve the lives of Indian women. Okay, so here we talk about how Raja Ram Mohan Roy had to improve the plight of women in India. Next, we have Florence Nightingale. Cared so much for others that she gave up a life of luxury to devote herself to nursing the sick and the wounded. Elizabeth Fry and Mother Teresa worked all their lives to change the pitiable condition of prisoners, beggars, and all those who were less fortunate than them. Both of them dedicated their life to the cause of the poor, the sick, and the handicapped. You too. Now, as a final remark, this passage says, you too must develop within yourselves the feeling of concern for the welfare of others. We all cannot be Florence Nightingales or Mother Teresa's, but we can certainly develop the ability to be kind-hearted towards other people. Right? Okay, this was a simple little passage giving you out a good moral lesson as well. Now let's start our questions.
So your time starts now. "45 seconds left. "30 seconds left. "15 seconds. 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up.
Okay, what should you do when you see someone injured on the road? Go past them without looking or caring for him? Stop to help him? We should let others help him or just pray for him? Okay, the correct answer is here. We don't even need to look at the passage. We know what we should do. We should stop to help him. Okay, that's a pretty, that's a moral situation that you should do.
So your time starts now. "45 seconds left. 30 seconds left. "15 seconds. 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up.
Alright, here the question says, what is Raja Ram Mohan Roy's contribution in social upliftment? Worked to improve the condition of Indian women, nursed the sick and wounded, worked for the poor and handicapped, and none of these. We read about Raja Ram Mohan Roy, who sought to improve the plight of lot of women. So here he worked to improve the condition of Indian women. The answer is A.
So your time starts now. "45 seconds left. 10, 30 seconds left. 15 seconds. 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Okay, next question says, who devoted his or her life to nursing the sick and the wounded? So here, Raja Ram Mohan Roy, Mother Teresa, Florence Nightingale, we read about how Florence Nightingale, she gave her life, devoted herself to nursing the sick and the wounded. Alright, the correct answer is C. Florence Nightingale. So your time starts now. "45 seconds left. 30 seconds left. 15 seconds. 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Okay, here we have the pitiable conditions of the poor and the sick dashed due to the efforts of Mother Teresa. So is changed, are changed, was changed, or were changed. Alright. So here pitiable conditions is plural. I'm talking in the past. So we use were changed due to the efforts of Mother Teresa. The answer is D. So your time starts now. "45 seconds left. 30 seconds left. 15 seconds. 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Okay, now here give a suitable title to the passage. Do eat good, live for others, Mother Teresa, or Raja Ram Mohan Roy. Here the correct answer is B, live for others, because it is depicting the central theme of the passage, what the passage is actually trying to say. So B, live for others. Okay, here we have, by the time he was 9 years old, Aftab Solanki weighed 49 kilos, nearly twice the normal weight for boys his age. His doting parents and neighbors considered him healthy, often describing or calling Aftab as cute. His sluggishness and increasing appetite, his periodic breathlessness, occasional disease spells, and pain in the knees were all dismissed as things that would disappear once he grew up. But as his weight kept increasing, we became concerned and wanted to consult a good doctor, says Aftab's father, Muhammad Ramzan Solanki. Kids like Aftab are part of a fast-growing national urban epidemic seen over the past few decades. It's an irony that despite there being more undernourished children in India than in any other country, we also have millions of obese and underweight urban school children. And experts say these obese children will one day face severe medical consequences. Compared to children of normal weight, obese ones face several times the risk for developing high blood pressure, respiratory complications, type 2 diabetes, the most common form of disease, cardiovascular disease and cancer, and indeed much reduced lifespans. We say the medical consequences of obesity are seen at all ages, even among kids, says Dr. Vaman Khajalkar, consultant pediatric endocrinologist at Jahangir Hospital, Pune. Our youngest type 2 diabetic is a 6-year-old, while our hypertensive patient is just 8. High levels of cholesterol and triglycerides, both of which increase the risk of cardiovascular disease, are seen in children very frequently nowadays, unlike in the past. And we routinely see these high levels in obese children. Okay, so it's pretty easy to understand, simple and easy to understand passage about how taking this kid of Aftab Solanki and explaining about the problem of obesity and overweight school children and how it can cause certain problems and what do these doctors say. Pretty easy. Now let's move on to the questions. So your time starts now. "45 seconds left. "30 seconds left. "15 seconds. 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Okay, Aftab, sluggishness, increasing appetite, pain in the knees, etc. were all dismissed because of the expected dash once he grew up. Because of the expected disappeared of these conditions, disappearance of these conditions, appearance of these conditions, or disappear of these conditions. Because of the expected disappearance of these conditions. Noun. Disappearance is a noun. Disappearance of these conditions. Okay. So your time starts now. "45 seconds left. "30 seconds left. "15 seconds. 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Okay, here we have which disease has been referred to as the national urban epidemic. Okay, obesity in kids, type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, or respiratory complications. So here you see, where was it? Okay, here. Part of the fast-growing national urban epidemic season seen over the past 2 decades. We're talking about obesity in kids. A. So your time starts now. 45 seconds left. Seconds left. 15 seconds. 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Here, what is the irony about the number of obese children in India? A. India has millions of obese and overweight urban school children. B. India has the largest number of undernourished children along with millions of obese urban school children. Or C. India has more undernourished than obese children. Okay, so now as we read about India's irony, that India has the largest number of undernourished children along with millions of obese urban school children. Okay, so both of these exist. That is the irony. So your time starts now. "45 seconds left. 30 seconds left. 15 seconds. 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Okay, a 6-year-old type 2 diabetic proves that dash at all age. Children can fall sick at all. Children can fall sick at all ages. B. Diabetes can't attack at all ages. Or the medical consequences of obesity are seen at all ages. Or D. None of these. Here, pretty explanatory in itself. A 6-year-old type 2 diabetic proves that the medical consequences of obesity are seen at all ages. So the answer is C. So your time starts now. "45 seconds left. 30 seconds left. 15 seconds. 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Okay, here which word in the passage means laziness? Dizzy, cardiovascular, hypertensive or sluggishness? Now laziness can be synonymous to what? Sluggishness. Okay. The Paleolithic remains have been found in all parts of India, especially in the Deccan. In ancient times, south of the Vindhya mountains and the Narmada river was known as the Dakshin Path, and now it is called the Deccan. There are two main cultures in the Paleolithic age, Sonian and Acheulean. Some tools from the Sonian culture have been found in the Shivalik hills of the Indian subcontinent, Most Sonian tools belong to late Middle period, found in past Shivalik sediments. Sonian artifacts have been recovered in Pakistan. Acheulean sites have been divided in early Acheulean and late Acheulean on the basis of the tools produced. The early Acheulean tools have been recovered at the edge of the Vindhya hills in the Narmada basin. Flake tools were the major feature of the late Acheulean age. Small and medium-sized hand axes and cleavers were the main tools of this age, used for chopping meat. Various sites of Acheulean in the Deccan are excavated like Chirki Nevasa, Guhaks, Saswad, Nasre, Yaduvari, Atirampakam and Bhimbetka. Various Acheulean tools have been discovered from Nevasa, a tributary of the Godavari in Maharashtra. So here you see, this is a pretty factual passage talking about the Paleolithic age and its two cultures, which tools are found, the sites, etc. Then we say all these indicates that Nevasa was a popular habitation of the Paleolithic man for a long time. From these stone tools, we come to know about food and shelters of early man. One of these sites is Atirampakam Valley in the northwest of Tamil Nadu. Archaeological research has discovered evidence of fossil remains in animals and primitive stone implements in the northern Tamil Nadu around 3 lakh BC. Man in Deccan lived in this Paleolithic period for a long time using only crude implements. So pretty factual passage, and I don't think there's going to be any difficulty in extracting information from this. Now you see these factual passages, although they may seem a little bit boring, but it is good. They are good. There are scoring for these for the comprehensions, because the information is given directly, and you'll not really be asked any analytical questions in the MCQs which may confuse you. Okay, let's see. So your time starts now. 45 seconds left. Thirty seconds left. Fifteen seconds. 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Okay, here which of the following area was known as Dakshin Path in ancient times? North to Narmada River, south of Vindhya Mountain and Narmada River, Shivalik Hills, and none of these. Okay, where did we read what? Dakshin Path. Ancient times, south of the Vindhya Mountain and the Narmada River was known as Dakshin Path. Answer is B. See, pretty factual, straightforward question. So your time starts now. Forty-five seconds left. Thirty seconds left. Fifteen seconds. 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Name the two main cultures of the Paleolithic age: Dakshin Path and Deccan, Vindhya Hills and Narmada Basin, Sonian and Acheulean, New and the Old Paleolithic. Pretty easy. Two main cultures of Paleolithic age: Sonian and the Acheulean. Answer is C. See, I told you, very scoring, and just extract the information directly, put in the answer. So your time starts now. "45 seconds left. "30 seconds left. "15 seconds. 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Okay, here, on which basis the Acheulean sites have been divided? Acheulean sites have been divided on the basis of area, age, mountains, and tool produced. Which is again, Acheulean sites have been divided in early Acheulean, late Acheulean on the basis of the tools produced. D. So your time starts now. "45 seconds left. "30 seconds left. "15 seconds. 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Okay, here what can we know about the early man from the stone tools? We can know about their food and shelters, victims, ways of entertainment or courage. Here what can we know about them? We can find out about their food and shelters, right? Here we also have this in the passage. Come to know about their food and shelters. So your time starts now. "45 seconds left. "30 seconds left. "15 seconds. 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Okay, so which word in the passage means connected with the early part of the Stone Age? The options are Sonian, Acheulean, excavated or Paleolithic. Okay, so what is connected with the early part of the Stone Age? That is the Paleolithic period. So D, Paleolithic. Alright, let's move on. Okay, here we have Leonardo da Vinci was one of the finest artists the world has ever known. He was a sculptor, architect, engineer, and a pioneer of many scientific achievements. He was a genius whose many-sided talents has seldom, if ever, been matched in the history of the world. When Leonardo was 18, his father, who was a lawyer, sent him to Florence to study painting under an artist named Verrocchio, where he learned, it might be Verrocchio, I'm not sure of the pronunciation. Here he learned to make his own paints, prepare canvas, mix oils, and to generally assist his master. He soon became a proficient painter. He had a vivid imagination and a great love of beauty. Leonardo soon became an independent artist. He used the backyard of his small house as a studio, where he spent many hours sketching models in various poses. He practiced endlessly to perfect his drawings of the human head, hands, and body. At the same time, he took great interest in architecture and sculpture. At that time, Florence was the center of Italian culture. A noble known as Lorenzo the Magnificent, who took a lively interest in arts and craft, became Leonardo's patron and benefactor. He helped him to become well-known in art circles. Leonardo was the first artist to fully appreciate the beauty of nature and the effect of light and shade. He refused to follow old traditional rules and patterns and used his imagination and originality to create a new school of painting. He, however, did not stop there. He had an unquenchable thirst for knowledge. He not only studied the human body, but also animal anatomy, ophthalmics, the science of the eyes, the laws of muscular movements, and botany. He was a pioneer in these sciences. His inquiring mind and desire to know the laws which govern everyday occurrences, like the movement of waves and tides, opened up many fields of interest. Leonardo had not forgotten his love of music. He made a new kind of lute of silver, which had a much sweeter sound than the lutes which were in use at that time. He loved to improvise and invent new tunes on the spur of the moment. He had an amazing ability to do things in new original ways. He also liked to perfect whatever he did. So here we've talked about whom? Leonardo da Vinci, how he started off and then how he developed interest in various sciences, various studies, various arts, and how he developed a new school of painting, etc. Okay, this was also pretty factual. Now let's move on to its questions. So your time starts now. 45 seconds left. Thirty seconds left. Fifteen seconds. 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Leonardo da Vinci was a many-sided talented person whose genius can't be matched in the history of the world. Can never be matched, often be matched, rarely be matched, or always be matched. Okay, so we say since in the beginning itself, what did we say? That Leonardo da Vinci was one of the finest artists, so one of the finest artists. So Leonardo da Vinci was a many-sided talented person whose genius can rarely be matched in the history of the world. Rarely. So your time starts now. 45 seconds left. 30 seconds left. Fifteen seconds. 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Okay, here when Leonardo practiced painting, he took interest in dash also engineering, animal anatomy, architecture and sculpture, or ophthalmics. Okay, so here we read about that when he was practicing painting, he also, there was it somewhere that he also took interest in architecture and sculpture. All right. So your time starts now. "45 seconds left. "30 seconds left. "15 seconds. 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Okay, in what ways was Leonardo a rebel? The first to appreciate the nature, refused to follow old traditional rules, had an unquenchable thirst, or he made a new kind of lute. Now he was a rebel in the sense that he refused to follow the old traditional rules. He developed his own school of painting, right? He refused to follow the old traditional rules and patterns, used his imagination and originality to create a new school of painting. Okay? So your time starts now. "45 seconds left. "30 seconds left. "15 seconds. 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Then we have, in which subjects was he a pioneer? Sciences of animal body, botany, laws of muscular movements and ophthalmics, science of making new tunes or arts of waves and tides. Okay, so we read about that he was a pioneer in sciences of animal body, botany, laws of muscular movements and ophthalmics. A. So your time starts now. "45 seconds left. "30 seconds left. 15 seconds. 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Okay, which word in the passage means a person who gives money or other help to an artist? Lorenzo, benefactor, pioneer, or Nobel? So here there was this person who was Lorenzo and who took a lively interest in arts and crafts, became Leonardo's patron and benefactor. So the answer is benefactor. Okay, Lorenzo was the name of a person. Benefactor. Okay, so we have read the following poems carefully and answer the questions that follow. The poem is titled Early Memory. Let's read. I remember picking up a fistful of sand, smooth crystals like hourglass sand, and throwing it into the eyes of a boy. Johnny or Danny or Kevin, he was not important. I was 5, and I knew he would cry. I remember everything about it. The sandbox in the corner of the room at Cinderella daycare. Miss Lee, who ran over after the boy wailed for his mother. Her stern look as the words "no snack" formed on her lips. My hands with their gritty half-moon fingernails. I hid in the pockets of my blue and white dress. How she found them and uncurled small sandy fists. There must have been such rage in me to give such pain to another person. This afternoon, I saw a man pull a gold chain off the neck of a woman as she crossed the street. She cried out with a sound that bleached me. I walked on, unable to help, knowing that fire in childhood clenched deep in my pockets all the way home. Okay, so here you see, this is the narrator is talking about this memory he has of how he had once, thrown sand in the eyes of another boy just out of fun. How he said there must have been such rage in me, this anger that he wanted to give pain to another person, and how vividly he remembers this memory, that sandbox, which daycare was it, his teacher, and how she gave him a stern look and said no snack, and then cut to the present. This afternoon he saw this man pull a gold chain off the neck of a woman as she crossed the street, and that's what reminded him of his early memory. And then he says, I knowing that the fire in childhood clenched deep in my pockets all the way home. So he still had this fire and that clenched it, and he was unable to help, feeling helpless, couldn't really do anything, right? So that's it, a small little poem. Now let's move on to its questions. So your time starts now. "45 seconds left. "30 seconds left. "15 seconds. 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Okay, the throwing of sand into the eyes of a boy shows that the narrator was raged, happy, or self-centered, or all of these. Okay, so the throwing of sand into the eyes of a boy shows that the narrator was what? He was raged. Okay, here he talks about there must have been such rage in me. So he was raged. A. So your time starts now. "45 seconds left. "30 seconds left. "15 seconds. 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Alright, next up we have the sand looks like A. The hourglass, B. Very smooth and rough, C. Beautiful and smooth, or D. Smooth crystals. Okay, so now we know that the sand, where is it? Here, sand, smooth crystals, look like smooth crystals. So D. So your time starts now. "45 seconds left. "30 seconds left. "15 seconds. 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Okay, here, which childhood incident does the poet remember? The poet remembers a childhood incident where she was caught with her sandy hands, uncurled small sandy fists, saw a crying child, or threw sand in the eyes of a boy in childhood. So this is pretty easy. When she threw sand in the eyes of a boy in childhood. So your time starts now. "45 seconds left. "30 seconds left. "15 seconds. 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Okay, the incident took place at poet's house, a daycare center in the market or when a woman crossed the road. Here we know it happened at Cinderella daycare. So be at a daycare center. Alright. So your time starts now. "45 seconds left. 30 seconds left. Fifteen seconds. 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Okay, here the stern look of Miss Lee had no effect on the poet when she was a child, or seemed to suggest the words no snap to the poet, or was to call the mother of the other child, or was riveted on the sand in the eyes of the other child. So the stern look of Miss Lee had no effect on the poet when she was a child. Right? So your time starts now. "45 seconds left. "30 seconds left. "15 seconds. 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Okay, find a word with the meaning similar to whitened from the poem. Uncurled, bleached, half-mooned and clenched. Okay, that's pretty easy. The answer is bleached. Bleached here may mean whitened. The other words like, uncurled. Uncurled is actually here they're using uncurled small sandy fist. Uncurled, like, you close your fist, and when that closing of fist is actually a curling up of fists, right? And when you open them, that's uncurling of those fists. So others half-mooned describing the fingernails, like this shape of the fingernails, half-moon shape. Then clench again, clenching, uncurling of the uncurl is the opposite of clench. Clenching is forming of a fist, and this uncurling would be like the process of that opening up the fist. Okay. So your time starts now. "45 seconds left. "30 seconds left. "15 seconds. 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Okay. For the poet, the name of the child was not important, as she knew he would cry, she was a mischievous boy, she was very young, or she knew Miss Lee would save him. Okay. So here, for the poet, the name of the child was not important, as she knew he would cry. Really, see? Johnny or Danny or Kevin, he was not important. I was 5 and I knew he would cry. Alright, here we have another poem. It says, "Did I ever stop? Did I ever stop to make you smile? When your day was hard or your road was long? When your light stopped shining for a while, did I sing for you a happy song? Did I ever try to make you laugh when your eyes held tears and you couldn't speak? When your world seemed almost torn in half, did I hold your hand or kiss your cheek? Did I ever pause to hear your voice when you needed just a moment's ear? When you had lost your way or missed a choice, did I let you know that I was near? Did I ever stop to say I care when I didn't seek or to hear it too? When you weren't so sure that I'd be there, did I ever show love for you? Okay, so here this is sort of a question, and this narrator is asking another person if this narrator has ever, made the other person smile when his or her day was hard, and how if this narrator has ever tried to make the other person happy and been near and cared for the person. Okay, pretty simple poem, and now we'll move on to its questions. Okay, so your time starts now. "45 seconds left. "30 seconds left. "15 seconds. 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Okay, so here the poet seems to be addressing someone who is feeling low, happy, likes to sing or play. Poet seems to be addressing someone who is feeling low, right? Because of course that person is asking if when the day was hard, if this person has helped him or her. So someone who is feeling low. So your time starts now. "45 seconds left. "30 seconds left. "15 seconds. 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Okay, so here the poem is about being compassionate to others, making others happy, one's own selfish interests or unimportant things. The poem is about being compassionate to others, right? So your time starts now. "45 seconds left. "30 seconds left. "15 seconds. 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Okay, here the poet sings dash song to the other person. Melancholy song, happy song, sad song or unhappy song. Now here melancholy, sad, unhappy, both of these, all these three they mean the same thing. Melancholy, sad, unhappy, they have the same meaning. So this is also pretty obvious. The answer is going to be happy. A happy song. This is sort of a hint here. But also here the poet sings, here it's given in the poem as well, that here did I sing for you a happy song. Right? So the answer is anyway B, a happy song. So your time starts now. "45 seconds left. "30 seconds left. "15 seconds. 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Okay, from the following, find the word which means the same as ripped. Pause, smile, miss and torn. Now ripped, just something that is torn. So D, synonymous. So your time starts now. "45 seconds left. "30 seconds left. "15 seconds. 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Okay, the poet wants to know if he ever showed dash for the person: love, anger, happiness or distrust. Here the person asks, no, did I ever show love for you? So the poet wants to know if he ever showed love for the person, right? So your time starts now. "45 seconds left. "30 seconds left. "15 seconds. 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Okay, so here when did the poet try to make the other person laugh? The poet tried to make the other person laugh when he was sad When he had tears in his eyes and he couldn't speak, was silent or was lonely. Here you see, did I ever try to make you laugh when your eyes held tears and you couldn't speak? So B. Had tears in his eyes and couldn't speak. So your time starts now. "45 seconds left. "30 seconds left. "15 seconds. 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. When did the poet let the other person know that he is near? The poet let the other person know that he is near when he lost his way, looked at him, smiled, or had a choice. So let him know that he is near. When you had lost your way or missed a choice, did I let you know that I was near? So here, when he had a choice and he had lost his way. Okay, so sorry. Here we are going to choose the answer A, because it says when you had lost your way. So we talk about when this person he lost his way. So the answer is A. So your time starts now. "45 seconds left. "30 seconds left. "15 seconds. 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Okay, the poem speaks of love, hope, happiness, or all of these. The poem speaks of all of these. They talk about love and hope and happiness, how helping others and not being selfish, being a selfless person, listening to others, taking care of your near and dear ones. Right? Okay. This was the last question. With this, we finish off our questions on the reading comprehension, and which had prose as well as poetry.
That's all for our class on comprehension. I hope you have understood the basic idea how we have to go about it. So make sure you form your own strategy and stick to it so as to avoid any chances of error. All the best, and thank you for watching.